The truth is that a lot of people, like business is either going to be, it's going to be terrible one way or another, right? The entrepreneurship is going to be bad one way or another, but you're either going to have one of two problems. And one problem is that you're kicking on a locked door, and you just cannot get the door to open. The other problem is that you kick the door and it flings right open, and now you've got to recruit and train and manage cash flow and all of this sort of stuff. So there's good problems to have and bad problems to have. It's either way, it's going to be problems in those first couple of years. But there's a few. So entrepreneurship follows a few trends, a few stages. So you've got a stage called ideation. Ideation is coming up with ideas. And it's basically like literally you come up with 10 ideas and you go, which ones are clearly just terrible and we wouldn't be passionate about them. And then you kind of delete a few and then you say, okay, which one would make the most, which would we rank an A for making the most money? Which would we rank an A, B, or C for being passionate about it? Which would we have as an A, B, or C for a great problem in the world that needs solving? So we kind of go through and try and narrow those ideas down. So that's ideation. Next phase is called minimum viable product, MVP. So your MVP is essentially taking a prototype to market. And what you really want to take to market is a brochure or a landing page. You don't want anything more than that. So you want to be out there trying to sell from a brochure. So you sit down with 30 to 150 people and you see if you can get them to put their credit card details down for a product that doesn't exist. So you have to kind of pitch, we're going to be launching this thing and would you like to be one of our beta testers? You get a 30% discount when we launch. You need to put down a holding deposit. So you're just trying to see if you can, the only true test, because everyone will tell you they like your idea until you ask them for credit card details. So you've got to kind of see if you can get people to hand their credit card details over. And then once you know within about 30 appointments, like sales meetings, if you're onto something, because you do 30 sales meetings and you come away with 6 to 8 signed deals with credit card details. And then you're like, okay, this is cool. And you've also learnt something because people will say, oh, I don't want it in red, I want it in blue, and I wish it was twice as tall, or, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, right? So you can start twisting it and changing it. So essentially, that's the point where you get that market feedback. And then you go to what's called product market fit. So that's where you're actually trying to get the product to fit into a broader market. And then go to market, which is scaling it up. And then scale up or go to market is then making your sales and actually getting into the rhythm of making sales. Scale up is more locations, more territories, more markets. And then exit, which is sell the business as a standalone business. So you kind of got these phases that you're going through when you're building a company. So you're essentially trying to identify, have I got the good set of problems or the bad set of problems? And if it's the good set of problems, it's basically how do we build, people want to buy this and how do we build it? And people, we need money to fulfill orders. How do we get investors? We're capturing tons of data, but we're not turning that data into money fast enough. So you end up with those good set of problems. The bad set of problems are obviously no one's interested, no one cares. We can't even get meetings with people. All of that sort of stuff. We're dying a slow death.